Hey everyone, welcome back. You know that feeling when you're putting like everything you've got
Yeah.
into your online business,
Yeah.
but the sales just aren't
Yeah.
happening.
For sure.
It's
Yeah.
like you're spinning your wheels and getting absolutely nowhere fast.
Totally.
Ugh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And trust me, I get it. I
Hmm.
think we've all been there at some point, and honestly, it could be super discouraging.
Absolutely.
But today, we are diving into how to like stay focused and motivated when online sales are,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
a little slow.
Yeah.
Let's face it, building a successful online business takes time.
Yeah.
Like anything worthwhile, really.
It does.
And those slow periods, those can be
Mhm.
brutal.
Totally.
But we're going to figure out how to navigate them.
Yeah.
So we're going to be checking out this awesome article on staying focused when your online sales
Archive this one?
are slow. And get this, even like those super successful entrepreneurs
Yeah.
that we all look up to,
Right.
they often started out slow too. It's true.
Yeah.
Like before they hit it big, they had their fair share of challenges.
Yeah.
So we're in good company, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the first thing is like, how do we wrap our heads around the fact that this is a long game?
Yeah. Well, I think this article really emphasizes that online business, like any business really, it's a marathon,
Right.
not a sprint. Like you're not just going to,
Yeah.
put something up and then boom, you're making millions.
Right. Exactly.
It takes consistent effort and a lot of patience and, just keep going.
I think that's such a good point because it's easy to get caught up in that like instant gratification
Oh,
mentality.
yeah.
Like you see those stories, on social media.
Yeah,
I made $1 million in a week. And you're just like, what am I
yeah,
doing wrong?
exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, first of all,
It's not always real.
who
Right.
knows if it's true?
Yeah.
And second of all, everybody's journey is different.
It's so true.
You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
Everybody starts somewhere.
That is so well said. I love that.
Thank you.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important to acknowledge that we're all going to have those slow periods.
Oh, for sure.
So how do we stay motivated?
Yeah. How do you stay positive when it feels like you're just not seeing any progress?
Right. Like you're just
Yeah.
stuck.
Totally.
So what does this article say?
Well, it talks about this idea of celebrating small victories,
Okay.
which I think is so important
Yeah.
because it's easy to get caught up,
Right?
in the big picture
Yeah.
and like only focus on those like big, huge goals.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like those little wins along the way that really keep you going,
Totally.
So like even if it's something as simple as like, okay, I finally finished setting up my website
Yeah.
or I got my first social media follower or, I launched my first product.
It's a big deal.
It is. Those are all huge steps.
Yeah.
And,
Celebrating those little victories helps you stay motivated.
yeah, I love that.
It's like giving yourself little pats on the back.
It is. It's like those little
Right.
milestones. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're
Yeah.
making progress,
Exactly. And, and instead of focusing on like, oh my gosh, I'm so far from where I want to be,
Right.
it's like, no, look how far I've come already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Celebrate that.
I love that.
And
So it's not just about like feeling good.
it is about feeling good, but it's also
No.
it's like a psychological thing,
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when you celebrate those small wins, it
Yeah, right.
actually boosts your productivity and creativity.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually research on this.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah,
It's like fascinating.
when you take the time to acknowledge your progress, it gives you this sense of accomplishment,
Right.
which then motivates you to keep going.
Okay, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, this feels good.
Right. It actually
like rewiring your brain.
Exactly. It's like rewiring your brain for success.
Okay, love it.
And speaking of working smarter, the article also suggests using those slower periods to
Oh, this is good.
really invest in learning.
Okay.
Think of it as like an opportunity to
Yeah.
sharpen your skills
Yes.
and become a master of your craft.
Totally.
Like maybe there's an online course on SEO optimization.
Oh,
yeah, you've been wanting to take, or you've been wanting to dive deeper into email marketing.
Right.
It's like, use this time to really level up your skills.
I love that because it's so easy to, I think when things are slow,
Yeah.
to kind of just like want to hide away and like,
Oh, for sure.
lick your wounds or whatever.
Yeah, you want to just like disappear.
But this is like, oh no, this is an opportunity to,
It's a gift.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a gift of time
Yeah.
that you can use to...
Take over yourself.
Yes.
Better yourself and your business.
And your business. Okay, love it.
Exactly.
So what kind of resources are out there to like help us with this?
Well, there's a ton of stuff online, obviously.
Of course.
But the article actually mentions this one program called Elevate Your eBiz.
What is that?
And it's basically like a 9-module course
Okay.
that's designed to help entrepreneurs refine their strategies
Yeah, I like that.
and really boost their online presence.
Okay.
It covers everything from, like building a website to marketing to,
Okay.
all sorts of things.
So it's like a very comprehensive.
Yeah, it's like a really
training.
in-depth program.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that brings us to another point,
Yes.
refining your strategy.
Which is so key.
Okay, so if sales are slow,
Mm-hmm.
that could be like a sign that something's not quite working.
Exactly. It's
Right.
like your business is giving you feedback.
It's like, okay, something's not
Right.
resonating here. So
What do we do?
what can we tweak? What can we improve?
Right. So instead of getting discouraged, it's like,
Be curious.
yeah, be curious.
It's like, okay, why is this happening?
Okay.
What can I learn from this?
So it's like a learning opportunity.
This is a huge learning opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. And what kind of like specific things can we look at?
Well, the article suggests taking a close look at your website analytics.
Oh, okay.
Like, are people bouncing off certain pages?
Oh, yeah.
Are they not clicking on your calls to action?
Right.
Those are all like
Better.
clues that something needs to be adjusted.
That's such a good point. I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
It's like it's giving you information.
Right. It's giving you data.
Yeah.
Like, pay attention to this.
And use it to like
Use it.
got it. Okay.
Exactly. So it's like, be a detective,
I like that.
Put on your detective hat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
And look for those little clues to improve your approach.
All right. What else does the article say?
So another important thing is engaging with your audience,
Okay.
which I think we all know is like super important,
Right.
but it's easy to kind of let that slide,
Yeah.
especially when you're feeling discouraged.
Totally.
But think about it. People are more likely to buy from someone they know,
Yeah.
like, and trust.
That's so true.
Right.
Yeah.
So like building those relationships is key.
Okay. So how do we do that?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different ways,
Yeah.
social media, email lists, maybe even starting a blog.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about like
Right.
showing up consistently,
Right.
providing valuable content,
Yeah.
and just like being authentically you.
Okay. I love that. So just like
Yeah.
be yourself.
Be real.
Yeah. And be consistent.
Yeah. And consistent is key.
I was going to say that's something that I've heard
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah. Is consistency. Like,
It's so important.
yeah.
What does that actually look like?
Well, it can be different for everybody.
Okay.
It might mean
Oh.
posting on social media every day.
Okay.
It might mean
Wow.
sending out an email newsletter once a week. It
There you
might
go.
mean like
There you go.
blogging twice a month.
Okay. So just having a schedule and like
Having a schedule and sticking to it.
sticking to it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the hardest part.
It is hard,
Yeah.
but it's so worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you're consistent,
Yeah.
you're like, it's almost like you're training your audience.
You're training your
to,
audience
like
in it.
expect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like.
And they know that they can rely on you to show up
Okay.
and provide value
Got it.
consistently.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So consistency.
Consistency is key.
Got it.
Yeah. What else?
So let's talk about something a little more internal.
The power of visualization.
Ooh, this is good.
This is so powerful,
Okay.
especially when you're facing challenges.
Okay.
Like when sales are slow,
Yeah.
it can be really easy to get discouraged and like
Right.
start doubting yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But if you take some time each day
Okay.
to really visualize your long-term goals,
Oh.
like see yourself achieving them, feel that success,
Right.
it can really help you stay motivated
Okay.
and resilient.
So it's like almost like tricking your brain
Yeah, it's like tricking your brain
into believing it's already happening.
into believing it's already happened.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah,
That sounds kind of fun, actually.
it is fun. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
article suggests creating a vision board
Oh, okay.
with images and words that represent your goals.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
It's really powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's also just like a fun, creative project.
Right. Yeah. Like get your
Yeah.
scissors and your glue.
Your magazines and your glue.
Okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
we've talked about like
Yeah.
all these things you can do personally,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's also important to remember that
Right.
you don't have to do this alone.
Oh my gosh, so important.
So talk about that.
Yeah, like seeking support from other entrepreneurs
Okay.
can be a game changer.
Yes.
Like when you're feeling isolated
Right.
and alone in your business,
Yeah.
it's so easy to like just want to give up.
Yeah.
But when you have a community of people who understand what you're going through, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Like they can offer encouragement, advice, accountability. It's like having a team of cheerleaders.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
find your people.
find your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Networking is so important.
Networking is huge.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot today.
Yes, we have.
A lot of really great advice.
Hopefully some helpful stuff.
Yeah, so if you had to like sum it all up, what would be like the one biggest takeaway?
Okay, one biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
I think it's that success in online business
Okay.
is a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh,
Yeah, like there will be slow periods.
sure.
There will be challenges.
Right.
But with patience,
Yeah.
persistence, and a willingness to adapt and learn,
Yes.
you can absolutely achieve your goals.
Love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Here.
I've gotten so much great advice from this article.
Probably.
I hope you guys are feeling like super motivated to like tackle those slow periods
Yeah.
head on
Yes.
and use them to your advantage.
Absolutely.
So I guess my last question for you,
Okay.
how are you going to use
Mm-hmm.
the information from this deep dive
Mm-hmm.
to stay focused and
Yeah.
motivated
Yeah.
on your journey to online business success?
That's the question, right?
That's the question.
What are you going to do
Yeah.
with this information?
There. So think about that, you guys.
Think about it.
Get out there
Get out there.
and crush it.
Crush it.
All right. Thanks for joining us,
Thank you.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.